Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another, Friday Post Flight. That's right. Looks like FNT is winding down. We're going to start probably building our audience as usual. And we have a very special guest as usual. The new interview series is something I'm really enjoying. We probably will rename it to something different, and we'll probably have a different intro. And I know a lot of you will be bummed about that. But we might bring back the pre-flight at some point. So, but for right now, we have a very special guest, somebody that I got to know very fortunate, very early in my YouTube career. And for those of you watching on Twitter and Rumble and Odyssey and Minds and Getter and everywhere else, thanks for being here, especially those of you on YouTube. This is a person that I've formed an incredible friendship with. I consider somebody that will always have my back, somebody who will always aid rather than hinder or harm. And that's sometimes kind of rare in this space. I've been fortunate enough to make a lot of great friends, but he is there to entertain you. It seems like every day of the week, sometimes twice a day, and oftentimes in a way that either will kick you in the butt or will encourage you just to do and be your best. And I'm talking about my very good friend and fellow miscreant, Loki. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Culture. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. That such kind words. Yeah, kick you in the butt or encourage you or whatever
One or
it
the other.
is. One or the other.
It's going to be either way. And look, Loki, you've taught me a lot about interacting with folks on YouTube, and we'll get it more into that and your audience especially. And you and I both greet our audience at the beginning of our shows. Like we say hi to Sabretooth Raptor here and James Dosher, and we say hi to Weatherman and Vulcan Lives. We say hello to Yek Nomino and OC Dobbins. I hope you're doing okay, my industry friend. We have Shadow Chaser in the house. There's our favorite polar bear, Snortopoopas Keyboard.
Snorts.
That's right. I see a lot of names like this on your chats, Loki, like Keely Chow and Ptolemies.
Oh, Ptolemy.
And we got Tender Warrior 68 and Jonah Hex and Wabbit 7777. Good to see you. And of course, Chris Persa. He's the utility wrench. He's everywhere.
the wrench of wrenches, and he totally deserves that name too, because he is everywhere.
Well, we are very blessed with an amazing audience. I mean, JD3138 is here. We've got Channel Surf in the house. You've met Channel Surf. You've met a lot of people at the meetups.
Yeah, we've been to a couple of the meetups and met a lot of great people.
Yeah, it's amazing. Forbidden Ruin says, Skull!
Skull, brother.
Randy Thoto is here. Look at these amazing beings. We've got BLT in the house, Radioactive. Evil Ramen is here. Manners are everything, or nearly so. Well, we try to have them. And again, I've learned an awful lot from this guy here. He's camera shy, but it's fun. We got Rob Altus in the house. We got Shrek PMC. We got the great turtle himself, Shellback TJC. John Sapola is here. The incredible Matt G. And so many more. And of course, I'll say hi as we get more folks rolling in the door. 47 of you so far. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. And honestly, it's just so you don't miss anything in the future. It's like voting to keep getting notifications is what the like button has become. Because it's
it really has, and it helps out so much, guys, with the channel interaction and the algorithm and how important that stuff is. It really is.
Jacob Bauman's in the house. We've got Victor Fontaine here. What's up, Vic?
What up, Vic?
And Phoenix Knight is in the house. Look at this. We've got Good Wrench. Black Saber. Look at all these.
Black Saber. What a great name. Black Saber. Right? Black Saber.
I know, right? Yeah. But Loki, there might be some people, I don't think there are, but there might be some people who don't know who you are. So, of course, I give you a chance to talk all about yourself right at the front of the show, and then a little wrap up, an elevator speech at the end. So I have to say, tell people what you do, where you are, and where often they can find you.
I do this crazy little show called Loki's Mornings of Mischief. It's 8 a.m. Everybody said, do not do a morning show. And I said, but I love morning shows, and morning shows are so fun, and it gets you fired up in the day. And you know, you get your coffee and you listen to some cool stuff. And so I did it in 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, over on Loki's Mornings of Mischief We have a variety of shows Monday through Friday. So if you're not into one thing, hopefully you'll be in another. A lot of times Monday, we talk about video games, what's going on in the video game industry. Taco Tuesday, we've got the greatest YouTuber ever, Mexican Iron Man. He is a YouTuber. He comes on and we talk some funny stuff. Wednesdays is usually we talk about YouTube. We talk about YouTube and what goes on behind the scenes and how to deal with certain things and what happens if you get too many copyright flags or whatever it is. We talk YouTube stuff. Thursdays are usually a variety of topics. I don't even know what's going to happen on Thursdays. And Friday, we have a really cool show with the Rooster Day Bob and the lady, the queen of Avalon 19, Arwen Avalon, who I know you've had on your show before. She's absolutely wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Usually we get into some insane, zany topics on Fridays. So if you can't find something fun to listen to, let me know, and I will find some way to try and incorporate it into the show week by week.
Well, you entertain me every single weekday, and I think you know that. We were talking a bit backstage, and I appreciate the fact that Wednesday is the YouTube drama day. And
Yes.
we always seem to be able to find it, whether or not we step in it. We usually find it, and you and I are like loath to be anywhere close to it, so we try to avoid it. But
we had to talk about that. Me and you had this really cool talk about that in Vegas with a couple other people about staying out of it, and even if you get into it, find a way to get out of it, and just it makes us all look bad. It does. It makes us all look bad. So try and stay out of the drama, man.
If you can. I mean, sometimes there's no room for staying out of it, right? I mean, you can try and you can try and you can try, but you don't quite get out of the way. And speaking of not getting out of the way, my good friend Toxic Manflu just gifted 10 Culture Casino memberships. For those of you who have not been members, welcome. We have membership streams coming up this weekend here on my channel. I know that Loki's does those from time to time. But in fact, wait, when was the last time you did a member stream, Loki?
It was last month. I've got to get 2 in. I've got to get 2 in soon. I've been juggling. Juggling wedding stuff, and we just got the cake finalized today. And a big thing I haven't announced yet. We got picked up by a sponsor.
Oh,
so I haven't told anybody about this yet. Nobody knows about this. You're the first person to hear about this.
Oh, well, then I won't tell anybody.
It's
there's not 70 plus people here watching. So, but I'm excited. That's great news, man. Well done.
It is, and the fact that they reached out, and it's one of those things I did not see coming, and we put the paperwork down today. It's Norse Tradesman, so they have all kinds of cool skull stuff that you can get, cups and mugs and drinking horns and axes and all kinds of cool Viking stuff you can get. So yeah, it's been a crazy day today, and it's been a crazy month getting ready for a wedding next month.
I know. I'm very excited for the two of you. You guys are just absolutely cute. So I'm very excited. So I can't wait. Can't wait. As I said, those are special moments. So I hope you have the opportunity to celebrate that. And I cannot wait to see what your sponsorship yields. So I'm pretty stoked about that for you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've got lots of other folks that just popping in. Slender Dad's over here. A few other folks, E. Clay Thomason. Everybody's saying hi. Thanks once again, Toxic Man Flu. Real quickly, member streams this weekend. Check the community tab. You should actually see a stream if you're a member right now in my channel for tomorrow, and then we'll have a public stream with the High Rollers as well. So do check that out. Both Saturday and Sunday, one of each type. So that'll be fun.
Those High Roller streams you do are absolutely great. Absolutely
fun. They're fun. I like to, and they're public streams. So I bring on all the biggest supporters. We have a very public conversation about whatever, and usually get a lot of perspective that I don't think we get to hear otherwise, other than through the chat. When the chat's amazing. We would not be here if not for this amazing chat. So
absolutely.
Michelle, you are not late, dear. You're right on time. We are just at the intro part. Breaking news. He's breaking dancing. Breaking news. Toxic Manflu had to prove how generous he is by gifting 10 channel memberships. That's right. And again, if you are not green, make sure you are able to receive green, which means you are able to be gifted a membership. There's not a lot of people that don't have them, to be fair.
I can't have one. I can't
Why?
have one because I'm a brand account.
Branded
Apparently,
channel.
branded channels can't
Yeah.
have gifted memberships.
You have to sign up for them directly. That's true. Yeah, there's our buddy Sub. Haven't seen Subhuman in a minute. I hope he's being safe and taking good care of us on the road, just like Apollonies. You guys are amazing. We got Andy here. Andy's very talented human.
How's it going, Andy?
Yeah, we got Rock the Casbah.
Rock the Casbah.
Nah, you're fine. You're well. I think it's great that you're talking. We got our great friend Philip M here. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us today. I hope all is well. Let's see. We've got Psychotic Mongoose here. Yeah, it was
What
great
a
on Poor
name.
Choices. Thank you. Yeah, I was the first interviewee for Dadcast over on Poor Choices with X-Ray Girl, and Tugs didn't make it. She was otherwise occupied in relocating, I believe, or something. So, but
I hate moving. I don't want
Yeah,
to
you
do that
just
again
did
for
it,
at least
didn't
another
you?
3 or 4 years. Yeah, I hate moving.
Moving's no fun. Let's see. We got Saggy Melons in the house. Great to see you, Saggy. Hope you're doing well. And then Hayden. What's up, Hayden? Great to see you, buddy. All right. Well, let's jump in. We need to get started because we spent 13 minutes doing our chat. And I need to know things that I don't know yet. So I'm going to ask you some questions. In fact, all
Okay,
right.
you got to let me get my drink ready. Since you had drinks up there, we got to get the mixed drinks ready, and post flight drinks. Yes,
there we go. Drinks. Okay, so here's what you do. This is not a got you interview of any kind. We don't, and when we chat, we just chat about stuff. So I do let the guests know, as you guys all know, if you've been here before, I'll let the guests know the first 3 questions so that they are prepared, because they're not normal questions, and they're not like, what's your favorite food or anything dumb like that. It's a twist on that idea. So the first question, Loki, you've already seen it. What is your favorite TV show of all time?
that's such a loaded question.
I know.
Such a loaded. If you were to ask me, like, okay, out of all the TV shows, what's the most merch you have? I could tell you it's Star Trek. So easy. I've got hundreds of the Eagle Moss ships. I've got the Playmate ship. I've got bridge sets. I've got action figures. I've got books. I've got Star Trek books coming out of my yin yangs. But I don't know if that's my favorite. That's such a tough question, man. I love Star Trek, but I also love Stargate, and I love Farscape. And Farscape, we didn't even get enough of Farscape. Farscape only lasted 4 years, and then we got a kind of a movie, a Hallmark Channel movie. But I love Star Trek. Like Star Trek. It's got to be Star Trek.
Is it?
So it's man, but that's so tough. What Star Trek would I pick? Would I pick TOS? Would I pick TNG? Would I pick DS9? Would I pick Voyager? Would I pick Enterprise? Definitely wouldn't pick Enterprise. But that's so tough. Do I have to pick, like, can I just pick the whole franchise?
Nope.
Or do I have to pick a
pick at least a set of episodes? Pick, you could say Next Generation. I'll give you that. Or you could say Deep Space Nine, or you could, Lord help you if you say Enterprise, but you can.
No, not Enterprise. Culture. I love Deep Space Nine. Sisko's my favorite captain of all time. I loved what he did. I loved what happened on DS9. I love the series, but I can't honestly say Deep Space Nine, even though I love it so much. It's got to be TOS. When I was a little kid, my dad served on an aircraft carrier. He flew S-3A Vikings for the Navy, and when he would be home from deployment, I would get to stay up late and watch Star Trek, and we'd watch TOS. And the first movie I remember seeing in theaters was Search for Spock. So it's gotta be TOS. It's gotta be the original Kirk and Spock and Bones. Bones was so cool. Bones was absolutely awesome. But Kirk was
TNG.
Man. No, TNG. TOS.
Oh, TOS. Excuse me. Okay. All right.
Yeah, TOS. Not with the bald guy. Not with Patrick. Sir Patrick, I'm here. Culture. I'm here.
Andy's telling you right now you don't have the Culture Casino action figure.
It's true.
You could dress me up as Kirk.
But I've got coins. I've got culture coins.
That's true. Oh, I went
chips.
I had to go through the clay chips again so that I could get the orders laid out for the next chip, right?
Right.
So I went out and grabbed some of the old chips so I could make sure I stuck with the same format with the next color, because the green was the last one and the next ones are black. And then after that, we move on to playing cards.
Okay, I hope you saved a green one for me. Please, Culture, save a green one for me.
I have a green one for you.
All right, save a green one for me.
Yep,
I want the black one. I definitely want the black one. So we got to find out where you're going to be. But save me a green.
Okay, well, I think the black one is Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow.
Oh,
yeah. So, which makes sense. But yeah. So if you do get a chance to collect the Culture Casino action figure, if I would just cooperate with Andy, which I will this weekend, then that could really happen. I think a lot of people are interested. A lot of people want to see the hair. James likes Cisco. Yes. I think Cisco's a great captain. But again,
absolutely.
Only one show. So you went with TOS. TOS unlimited power. Yeah, a lot of people are on TOS. Look at that.
Who goes to a Star Wars convention? Because we went to that ICC convention in Tennessee. Who goes to a Star Wars convention and spends $500 on Star Trek stuff? I do.
Yeah, but you see, you only said two C's. It's ICCCCCCCC.
Yes, ICCCC.
Keep saying C's for a while. There it is. And we got almost 100 people. We're getting up to 90s worth of people, and we are low on the likes. So if you guys hit that like button, it'll help. Share it out. Lots of love here. Heard it here first. Loki wants the black one. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. So here's the order of operations according to War Monkey. It goes Kirk, Cisco, Picard, Archer, Janeway. Yes.
I would switch Kirk and Cisco, but everything else I'd leave the same. I absolutely agree with you, War Monkey. I don't know. I like Cisco because he was more, in a way, dysfunctional. He lost his cool every once in a while, and that's kind of how I was at that point in time in life. I'd lose my cool every once in a while, so I could relate to Cisco so much better. There's that scene Culture where he's hitting the boxing bag, and Jadzia's holding the boxing bag, and he's like, was he a changeling infiltrator? No. Was he a Maquis spy? No. He was just a man. And I love that about Cisco. I love that he'd get his dander up and get angry. And I can relate to
that. It's a tough pick between Cisco and Kirk for me. So I still always seem to land on Kirk, though.
Oh, Kirk's great. And I don't think anybody is wrong for picking Kirk. Let me just say that. For those of you who love Kirk first, I absolutely get it.
Yeah. We got our great friend Mexican Iron Man, who I'm trying to get on as one of my interviewees for the channel. But he's too busy chasing down Bob Iger in Burbank to hang out with little old me. But he does send a $10 super chat. I'm just kidding, Mikey. He says, this is a channel where you can be a longtime supporter and a high roller, yet you don't get a hat, no cards, no coins, nothing. This channel does not support high roller diversity. Mike, you should show up places. You know what? I'm just gonna mail him a package. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I have to do.
Just to shut him up. I love that guy. He's so great. He supports so many people. Hey, Jester's Darth Arlena is here. Greetings, dear.
Arlena. Good evening, Arlena.
Oh, you guys are the best. Look at Carlos. I saw you earlier. I highlighted you, but I didn't say hi. So Jaffo's here. What's up, man? Unlimited power. Anyway, sorry. I'm easily distracted. It's like shiny things, isn't it?
Yes. Especially when you're talking about OG Star Trek, not any of that new crap.
That's right. Well, let's get going because we got your first answer. Your second one's going to be harder. There's nuance to these next two questions, Loki, and I think you probably saw that when you read them. But the second question always for first-time guests is always, what film is your go-to when you are sick? What's your comfort film, Loki?
Okay, so I saw this one of two ways. Either it was homesick or when you were at homesick. Home is where you are with your loved ones. So I'm always home. So I'm always around here, and I love you guys absolutely so much. If I'm home at home and I am sick, it's Godzilla's. It's the Godzilla films. When I was a kid, this was like bread and butter back in the day. If I was sick and I was home, out of school, whatever, the Godzilla films immediately went on TV, and I laid there on the couch, covered up, watching Godzilla movies all day long. So,
Yeah, I I understand that. I love monster movies. I love big rubber monster movies. I just always have. Grew up with those on the TV, black and white. Was if you were probably like me. I mean that those were just kind of like if they came on a Saturday, you'd watch like 2 or 3 of them in a row. And they were great.
yep, and that includes the original Thing from Another World.
Yeah.
What's the one with Robbie the Robot? Why am I blanking? I'm blanking. My mind's blanking. Robbie the Robot with the
Lost in
captain.
Space?
Not Austin Space.
Not Lost in
Why did I
Space,
say
no.
Rob? Yeah, it is Robbie. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't think of the name of this movie. It's what they based Star Trek on. It's what Gene Roddenberry based Star Trek on. Forbidden Planet. Thank you.
Yeah, that was
Culture.
KR Nut
Yes.
82 who got to that before both of us, but yeah.
Yep. Forbidden Planet. Thank you.
Darth Scipio says Cisco was a mannequin. Oh boy.
Wow.
There's fire in the chat. We've got our great friend Mr. Buttcrack Media out there too saying hail culture, and the great Stone Loki in chat. Thank you for being here. Thanks for keeping everything all the juices flowing there, Mr. Buttcrack Media. We appreciate it. We appreciate the 5 Culture Casino memberships gifted to us from Lester San Jose of the Skeptic Tank. Thank you, my friend. And of course, Mr. Buttcrack Media follows up with 5 Culture Casino memberships of his own. Thank you so very much.
Those
are
guys
on a
so
mission.
generous. So generous.
We are on a mission here. All names green, Loki, and I have the most generous chat on the planet. Y'all are amazing. And don't forget, tomorrow, check in your feed and make sure that you don't miss tomorrow morning's member stream and then the High Roller stream on Sunday. So I'm very excited to have both of those streams this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So very, very excited. I have to get them done early this month because I will be going to a wedding. So that's going to be yeah. I'm Chase in Texas is here. We got several other folks popping in the door. This is amazing. Tom's here. Loki.
What up, Tom? How are you doing, brother?
That's like saying penny, penny, penny every day. I hear that every week.
Penny.
She's at a retreat right now, so good for her. I hope she's doing good and enjoying herself.
So these people in this community are so great. Absolutely so great.
It's like having thousands of friends. It's really cool.
It is. It really is.
Fat Elvis says correct answer is The Great Race. Jack Lemmon was hilarious. So it's a very good one. That was a very good one. Man, just amazing. Phoenix Knight's in the chat here. Later, everyone. Have a good night and take care. Thanks for being here, Phoenix Knight. We appreciate you.
Great name too, Phoenix Knight. That's an awesome name.
It is. It's very cool, right? And then you have I've been burgled. I love that.
Love you, Penny.
I love you, Penny. That's right. I've been burgled. There you go. Oh, you all. All right. I think I said hi to Animation Critic, but if not, I was a little late. Did I miss much? Nah, we are on the 3rd question to get the ice broken. That's what these are. These are icebreaker questions. Icebreaker. You're supposed to make your guest feel comfortable. Loki doesn't need to feel comfortable. Loki's about discomfort. All right. So you like the big monster movies. Is there anyone in particular before we move on from there? I mean, to me, it's just about having a comfort movie.
I love Godzilla 2000. I love Godzilla versus Destroyer. I love Mechagodzilla. For a while, I would have probably told you Godzilla versus Mecha King Ghidorah. That movie's so awesome because you actually get to see a mecha besides Godzilla. I remember when Godzilla 2000 came out in theaters and they used the Rob Zombie Super Beast. And that man, I was like, I want to go see it. You know, I'm the one that you wanted. It came out after the horrible American lizard, the iguana Godzilla here with Matthew Broderick. So when they had that music, I'm the one that you wanted. I'm the Super Beast. I was like, oh man, I've got to go see this movie. I saw 85 and Godzilla versus Biollante, I think last year in theaters, and that was great. First time Biollante was ever in theaters in the U.S. First time we ever got to see that. Man, there's just so many good ones to choose from.
Well, at least you know what you like when you're sick. I have people on here that'll bounce around between different things, and it's totally fine. But it's just for me, it's going to be something I've seen 1,000 times. Like I've told people, I mean, it's got to be that thing that makes it feel like I could just crash on the couch. For some people, it's Lord of the Rings. For some people, it's Star Wars. For some people, it's something like that. So, but I always love that question. Now, I have one last question on those same lines, and this is a little more nuanced. So, be prepared. Be prepared.
Okay. All right.
We have this question. What was your favorite film or your best film experience? It's a different question.
Are we talking about like film and are we talking about like in theater?
We could be anywhere. You could be at a swimming pool. You could be in the ocean watching a movie. You could be in a drive-in theater. What was your favorite? It doesn't even have to be a location. It could be just in a regular theater. But something about it was your favorite film experience. What was that?
A couple of years ago, I would have probably told you seen that scene in Two Towers, and it was 84. It didn't have Raymond Burr in it, Tom. So I misspoke. It was 84 because it didn't have Raymond Burr in it. I would have probably said Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, because of the scene where the elves show up and, we are here to honor our agreement. But getting to see Dune with Mike in Dallas in the IMAX.
Yeah.
Man, we had such a good time with that. And he was he had never seen it, didn't know anything about it. And it was just one of those real cool. I went to a movie with my buddy moments.
That's really
probably
fun.
That would be my top pick now.
Yeah. Andy Masterson got to see Casablanca on a Fathom events. Those are awesome, man. There's a lot of those. What's your favorite?
We went and saw motion picture too.
What's your favorite food and why is it pizza? So
Grimaldi's, guys, if you ever get a chance, Grimaldi's does coal-fired pizzas. They're actually healthy for you. This is not junk food. They're really good. So yeah, that would be my favorite pizza.
Tom's out there just contributing away. All right. Well, we've got an active chat. Thank you, everybody, for participating today. We appreciate it. You guys are awesome. E. Clay Thompson wants to know for $2. Loki, what does your finger smell like?
Smells like pizza because I had pizza tonight. So,
all right. I think I mentioned this already, but Mr. Buttcrack says, "Hail Culture and Great Stone Loki in chat." Yeah, I think I said that.
Hail Mr. Buttcrack Media.
Mr. Buttcrack Media. All right. Well, we made it through the first few questions. Do you feel safe now, Loki? You feel?
Oh yeah, I'm relaxed.
Feel comfy?
Yeah, I'm comfy.
Well, I think it's time to get weird.
Oh.
All right, so we are at the weird news portion, Loki, and we're going to cover 3 to 5 really weird stories. But as a kicker, and I started doing this a couple weeks ago, I'm going to let you pick from a host of titles to find out what we get to explore first. All right?
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Cyclist faces herd of cows. Unusual object in the sky. Ontario woman receives 1,000 condoms.
Okay.
Bear invades freezer for ice cream.
Didn't expect that.
And reptile wrangler removes 20 rattlesnakes.
What does he remove them from? Ugh.
So we'll do stories.
We'll take bear gets ice cream out of the freezer for 5,000 culture.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Then we will take a look at this story. This should be fun. We talk about the news that should be fun. Now, Florida, I'm going to tell you, this is not an unusual circumstance. Last week, we had a bear remove 3 White Claws from a refrigerator and drink them. So Lots of bear stories. But apparently a bear invaded a Florida garage and eats vegan ice cream. Apparently the bear is vegan. So in North Naples, Florida, a hungry black bear invaded a Florida family's garage, got into the freezer, and feasted on pizza, burger patties, bread, and vegan ice cream.
You know, if you cut out the vegan ice cream, I'd say they just saw Tom and confused him with a black bear. Tom, what are you doing raiding people's freezers? I don't know about the
I mean,
vegan ice
he
cream.
has a bear suit. You know he does. But Conrad Umpenauer said he realized he'd forgotten to close the garage door of the home that he lives at with his parents. And when he attempted to use a smartphone to shut the door, he got an error message telling him something was in the way. So he went out to the garage and discovered the freezer door was open and food was all over the floor, including a pint of vegan ice cream. Actually, coffee flavored ice cream with boba in it. And it's from Trader Joe's. Super good. Apparently, really good. So Umpenauer and his parents reviewed security camera footage and found the video of the culprit, a bear, crossing a neighbor's driveway and entering their garage.
Oh,
They said the hairs started standing up on the back of my neck. We were just violated by a bear. Well, calm down.
they got violated too?
I don't know, but all I know is this: there's somebody else had another one of these in Sierra Madre, California. The bear had entered the house through the side door and raided the kitchen refrigerator, and made a meal out of fresh honey and mangoes. Well, there you go. So yeah, lots of bear stories lately. What do you think, Loki?
I think that
You ever have a close encounter of the bear kind?
no, I've never run into a bear before. I've been out in I've been out in the woods. I've done the camping thing and the camping bit, all that, but I've never ran into a bear before. No. I think I pissed off the bears at the zoo last time I was there, but no bears. The violator.
I know. Look at these chats. There's Jedi Bill. I'm glad he got computer up and going again.
All computer problems.
Yeah. Eternal Vigilance says, can't blame you. I'm not sure he's talking to Chris Bursa. I don't know why. Anyway, you guys are great. Thanks for the support. Barely covering the news. Yes, I've been barely covering the news for 2 weeks in a row now. All right, Loki, you got 4 other stories to pick from. Remember, there's over 1,000 condoms to talk about.
Let's go with the condoms.
Okay.
Let's go with the condoms. We'll get the condoms. Yeah.
Okay. I feel bad for this lady. All right. So an Ontario woman receives a package of 1,020 condoms. Excuse me. She says she never ordered. That's right.
At least they're Trojans.
Yeah, I know, right? Fancy. They are. What are they? Ultra thins, even. Holy cow. Anyway, an Ontario woman.
Ultra say ultra small.
An Ontario woman said a box containing 1,020 condoms she never ordered arrived at her home, and she was charged nearly $500 for them. Oh boy!
Why was she? Okay, how was she charged? How did they? What? Huh?
Amazon, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, her name is Joelle Angel Heart of Champloo. Said she received an email from Amazon about a forthcoming delivery, but she assumed it was fake because she and her husband hadn't ordered any condoms.
You get those emails, Culture, where it's like,
I do, but those are usually scams. I mean, or they're always scams. I'm never replying to an email from Amazon. Amazon is, baloney sausage. So, but anyway, so we automatically assumed the email was a scam because it was not something we would purchase. She said the box arrived while her husband was in the hospital recovering from an illness. We received a box that contained 30 boxes of condoms and had 34 in each package. We had no idea why we were sent to us. We can't really understand what took place and why we received the packages.
I can explain it. They pulled a Mexican Iron Man. So what happened to Mike when he busted his leg was he started ordering all kinds of crazy crap. And this is what happened. See, her husband was in the hospital. He was recovering. He was probably doped up on something. Was like, I'll send 500 condoms to the house.
You think that was it?
A brushing scam. I don't know. I'm just, yeah.
That's just really weird.
I'm giving Mike a hard time if he's even still in the chat.
Is Mike still in the chat?
I have no idea.
No, I just that's bonkers though. So I feel kind of bad. I guess this is not the only time that happened, because I guess Cindy Smith received more than 1,000 or 100 Amazon packages she never ordered at her home. The vendor is having packages shipped to random addresses. This has been happening more and more frequently. I've actually heard about that one.
So how can they charge people?
Well, they send out the orders. Sometimes they don't charge them, but then they get 5-star or try to solicit 5-star reviews for a product that the customer didn't order. It happens with a lot of
I
Chinese.
want that.
Yeah.
I wonder if I got a package that I wasn't expecting right before the show. I wonder if I got condoms.
Well, Slender Dad said sure they hadn't. No, well, maybe. So no bear attack there, right? No bear attack with those kind of condoms in the house. That's for sure. Let's see. Southern Belle is here. We had a few other folks showed up. No. One flaw in that theory: no windows were broken. Oh,
sure.
Yeah, can't be Mike. You're right. All right. Okay, you're down to 3 more. Pick well, pick safely. You have a reptile wrangler and 20 rattlesnakes. You have a mysterious object floating in the sky. And you have a cyclist facing down a herd.
Of moo dogs? Cows?
No. Yeah, big puppies. Cows.
All right. Let's go with the puppies.
Okay, big puppies. All right. Oh, these stories today are ridiculous. There were so many animal stories. We could have done nothing but animal stories today. But,
he was in chat. See, he ordered a baby Yoda and lightsabers. He even remember he ordered them.
He ordered a baby Yoda?
He ordered a baby Yoda and was like, "Isn't it so cute?" I have the video still. He doesn't. I bet she doesn't even remember that I still have the video of that.
Well, he has a good friend in you, because I know he needed lots of help. But cyclist faces down a herd of oncoming cows. That's right. There's the video right there. Stop. Here comes the cows.
No, you don't do that, right? Yeah. You don't step. Oh, he's British.
He's British. Yeah. So a British cyclist has been branded the cow whisperer online after a viral video showed his encounter with a herd of wayward bovine on a narrow roadway. Andrew O'Connor said he paused to change batteries on his GoPro camera on his way to ride his bicycle up the Great Dune Fell near a small village of Knock, England, where he spotted the herd of cows ahead. So he turned the camera on to record video of the cows, but suddenly found himself in an unexpected situation. When the herd breezed past the gate they had been intended to go through, they went past the open gate, and the farmer at the back just started screaming. I didn't have a clue what to do. So O'Connor said he feared he might be in danger from the cows. They're cows. Calm down. As he was on a narrow road between 2 stone walls. The cyclist video shows the farmer shouting instructions to O'Connor, showing him how to hold his hands up to give the instructions to the cattle. A bit out of my comfort zone here, says O'Connor on the video, after the cows comply with his calls to stop. So the farmer's daughter reached out to him. I bet she did.
Oh, it sounds like a Mexican Iron Man story.
On social media to say her father was amused by the fame of his cows and grateful for the cyclist's help. So he learned a valuable lesson from the experience. Fake it until you make it. Just put a brave face on. Well, I bet you he learned another valuable lesson, how to pick up the farmer's daughter. I don't know. What do you think, Loki?
I think I would have much rather had the cows look at each other and said moo and then just run them over.
Mike wants you to delete some video. I'm not sure what video he's talking about.
It's the video where he's cuddling and loving on baby Yoda. Look at my little buddy, isn't he cute?
Yeah. The cows had a beef with him, but cheesh. Well done, Black Saber. I don't know. You ever have any weird animal experiences like that where they just kind of, mosey up to you? No.
I've been around cows. I've been around horses. I used to have 2 horses, in fact, Red and Buttons, and both of them were great. Red was a rescue horse. He had been beaten and almost starved to death, and we brought him back. And he was fast. Wouldn't let anybody else near him, but he was the fastest horse I ever rode. Absolutely beautiful.
Fascinating. I had several swift steeds I was allowed to ride when I was younger, and I think horseback riding is one of the coolest things you could do next to like riding a motorcycle. It's pretty
Yes, absolutely.
pretty amazing.
Used to do that too. Don't do that anymore.
Well, yeah. When you get older, you trade dangerous things in for slightly less dangerous things.
Yeah, more fun things.
Yeah, well, more safer fun things.
Yes.
All right, Loki, are we looking at a mysterious object in the sky, or are we looking at 20 rattlesnakes?
Let's go snakes. Why does it have to be snakes?
Hold
on.
All I know is they're not on a plane. No.
We gotta do it right if we're gonna do it. Oh no, it's gone. I don't know what happened to it. Snakes, yeah, snakes. It's got to be snakes.
Reptile Ranger removes 20 rattlesnakes from Arizona garage. Holy cow! Those don't look crazy friendly either.
Nope. You ever kill a diamondback? I killed a diamondback with a riding lawnmower once. He was pissed. Never want to get near anything like that. Yeah.
Man, I think a shovel's probably your friend in that situation. But anyway, a snake wrangle called to an Arizona home removed 20 western diamondback rattlesnakes from the garage. Those are dangerous.
Yep.
Including one that was pregnant. That's even more dangerous.
Yeah, no.
So Marissa Maki of Rattlesnake Solutions responded to a home in Mesa at which a resident reported some snakes had been in his garage for a few days. Yikes. Maki ended up removing 20 rattlesnakes, 5 adults and 15 babies from the garage, and noted that one of the adult snakes was pregnant. So there was going to be more.
You couldn't pay me enough. Nope.
I bet she makes a lot of money.
You found my limit right there. You couldn't pay me enough. Nope.
Yeah. Rattlesnake Solutions owner Brian Hughes said it was a new record for the most rattlesnakes removed in a single call. He said the skin sheds in the garage indicate that at one point there may have been up to 40 snakes in the garage at a single time.
No. Can you imagine like that being like a birthing place now? Like all the snakes come back there to have their young because they got born in your garage? Nope.
Scott Hughes says 12 gauge thermonuclear device. Your choice.
Yep. It's gonna be new. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah, take care, James. Thanks for stopping in today. Larry wants an object in the sky. We'll get there in just a second. It's not hard to believe. You didn't say a few months ago you live somewhere in Arizona. I live in the desert Southwest, Animation Critic. So fair enough. Taylor. Dean Krantz says, my uncle had a riding stable. I thought I had grown up when I got to drive the hay wagon. There you go. Yeah. Lots of work, especially if you learn how to drive cattle, folks. That is not an easy maneuver. Tim's here. He's on our left. What's up, Tim?
What's up, Tim?
It was a very profitable call. Slender Dad. Get these snakes out of my garage. Yeah, and they could be delicious. That's a lot of snake nuggets. That's true.
Tastes like chicken, from what I hear.
A snake house is called a hibernaculum in temperate regions. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. See, you learn something every day.
They pick Culture's house to spawn.
Since you didn't want to know what the mysterious thing was in the sky, I'm going to make you see it anyway. Sound good?
Sounds good. What do we got? We got aliens. Do we have visitors from Mars? Is it flying saucer? What is it?
I don't know. The Mexico folks that revealed their aliens let us down substantially. So let's see if Illinois can let us down as well. And I think they are. As you can see here, a mysterious object spotted in the sky over an Illinois town. Are you excited yet?
Light. No. Man, you got me thinking like aliens or spaceships or the Star Trek Enterprise, and it looks like a blurry.
Yeah, so a Prophetstown community spots an unusual object. Police in Illinois town are trying to identify a mysterious white or translucent object seen flying in the daytime sky. Prophetstown Police Chief Bruce Frank said he was off duty. He said duty. and received a call from an employee at Todd's Tire and Auto, where a crowd had gathered to watch a mysterious object in the sky. Witnesses described the object as white or translucent balloon attached to a box structure. And
China
what
sent
some onlookers said appeared to be red lighting. Frank said the object was stationary in the sky for some time. The National Weather Service said it had not launched anything in the area recently. Van Dellen said the organization actually might be a research balloon launched by another entity. The local airport was notified of the object in case it posed a hazard to local air traffic. The number of teardrop-shaped balloons previously sparked speculation of foreign surveillance or UFO activity over Phoenix in early April. Goodness. But the objects were later identified as Thunderhead weather balloons operated by a company, Aerostar.
See, this is the thing. What would aliens want anything to do with Phoenix, Arizona? Have y'all ever been to Phoenix, Arizona? Anybody here ever been to Phoenix? The aliens don't want anything to do with anything in Phoenix, Arizona.
I don't see anything. Did they get any video of this?
Did they just zoom in on
a plastic bag? I don't see anything. There, wait. There it is. It's a cloud.
It's a cloud. That's right.
They're showing us a cloud, guys. It's a cloud. Look at that cloud. That was dumb.
That was really dumb.
All right. We got to see a cloud. Yay. Probing questions.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I saw a glimpse somewhere in Mexico that there was supposed alien head either yesterday or sometime today. I'm not sure how the article itself was, so I can't say. I can tell you this, Taylor. It was ridiculous. It looked like statues that had been carved a long time ago.
So I lived in Aurora, Texas.
Stop distracting us. Aurora, Texas. Wait, keep going.
Aurora, Texas, which is home to a supposed alien landing site. There's a grave of an alien. They have a little alien bar in Aurora. Aurora's only got 300 people in it. It's a small nothing town. Don't ask me why I lived there for as long as I did. But it's a stone marker, and there's nothing buried there. It's empty. They know it's empty because they've done the echo callback where you send sound waves down and get back what's down there. There's nothing down there. The story came up. Oh, they moved the alien body at some point. And yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing there.
I like a good alien story, but I'm with Pinochet. Stop trying to distract us with aliens. We got enough problems here. They don't need more. Oh, well, that was fun. I thought we'd do some weird stories, and I think we're gonna hit a couple of topics, and then we're gonna wrap. We're not gonna go to. I'm still surprised I spell stuff right. I can't even believe that.
Well, hey, I mess up sometimes too. You sent me a message one morning. You were like, Taco Tuesday or something. And I was like, oh, shit.
I do that all the time. So when other people do it, I'm like, fix your thumbnail, dude. I misnumbered the show today. The original thumbnail went out was 06 still. I was like, I'm an idiot. But
it happens.
All right, let's get through some of these stories. Like I said, we're not going to go forever today. I don't want to, what do you call it? Dominate everybody's time. I just want you to hang out and get to know Loki a little bit more, because he talks about a lot of other stuff. I'm making talk about stuff he doesn't normally talk about.
Aliens in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, I don't usually get to that.
Well, if you were in Winslow, you could have a flatbed Ford roll by. It'd be a nice looking young lady, apparently, according to the Eagles anyway. So, but I know you've been really fascinated by the amazing late night programming that's being offered in the Strike Force 5 group, right, Loki?
Huh?
All right. Well, these guys got together and tried to do what we do, Loki. They tried to go on YouTube and do a podcast. It did not go well. It did not go well. And that John Oliver guy on the end, it looks like it literally was a head, like on a stick, like at the bottom of the frame. It was really dumb. But anyway, these 5 guys went out and did that. And Bill Maher recently went back to just doing his show. He doesn't have any writers, but he actually has talent and he still is a working comedian. These guys are not. So these 5 guys, Colbert, Fallon, Kimmel, Myers, and Oliver, the question being asked is, are these guys going to follow Bill Maher and go back on TV without their writing staff? It's a good question. First of all, I guess my question to you is, do you think any of these guys could do that? Do you think they could carry their own show?
No, I'm surprised Fallon's even still a thing. I mean, he's not funny. He can't make people laugh. Colbert, Kimmel is, well, Kimmel. Myers is got his nose up somebody's ass, and Oliver looks like you know what he looks like? He looks like Bill Cosby on a date.
Oh boy.
On a hot date. Get my pudding pop. So yeah, no, they're all no. None of them are funny, and none of them can carry a show on their own. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean Ferguson probably could do it still. Jonah Hex, I think you're right. I mean, there's a handful of guys that could. Conan could walk in any day and do his own show, just like Bill Maher. But these are guys that actually have talent. They're funny. Phil Force 5. Thank you, Slender Dad. And this
I was worried. I really thought that this was like some big group that I hadn't heard of before. And you're like, oh yeah, the Fatal 5. And I'm like, oh no, I'm behind on the times, Culture. And yeah.
No, I think you're fine. But I think this is kind of funny. I mean, I'm looking at Bill Maher, and I'm thinking you could probably do it. These guys, not so much. And then Sander asks the most appropriate question. Do people even watch talk shows? Do you watch any of these shows, Loki?
I haven't watched the late night show since Letterman was still on. That's how I could care less. I've seen clips every once in a while. It's impossible to go on the internet and not see like a Jimmy Fallon clip or a Jimmy Kimmel flip or any of that. But yeah, no, I don't watch the shows.
Teens like swinging for the fences. I can't read that, but okay. No, I think Davinia is right. I think Davinia is right. I think that they're going to hire some scab writers. I don't think these guys are talented enough to do it.
No,
but
they're not.
The fact that you don't watch and I don't watch and nobody here seems to watch, that should tell you a lot.
Does anybody? Okay, name me a normal everyday, even I'm not even talking about a Zoomer, a millennial that watches this shit today. Name me one that watches religiously that's like a normal everyday person. I don't think there is anybody that watches this crap now, unless it's like a clip. That's all they have anymore. They've got YouTube clips and they've got TikToks. That's it. They don't have anything else. No one cares.
No. There you go.
Conan was kind of funny, but yeah.
Well, I guess that answers that question. I don't see that going anywhere anytime fast, and I don't see those guys being able to do it by themselves. So I think there's no threat tomorrow. I think he just keeps going. And you know what? I've seen this a couple times in the chat. I do want to say this, and I know that Loki and I kind of talked a little bit about it. The world is lesser because Gil's not with us anymore.
Yeah. And I know me and Mike go way back because Cardinal was there in the very beginning when it's like before we started all this stuff. And yeah, man,
it's rough. I mean, I kind of recounted this morning during the 6 minute deal. I'm like, this is a guy that he went out, he intentionally sought out the people that were new, that he wanted to get to know, he wanted to help get started, and he did a great job doing that. And I was one of the people that got the benefit of that, and always making sure I felt invited to everything and to do stuff with him when I could, and that's not going to be there anymore. His channel, is still there. So
And I hated that I loved his, midnight to midnight thing, but I could never be on it. I never got a chance to be on it, and I feel absolutely horrible.
Cardinal was an OG.
He was. I got to be on his channel a couple of times, but because of the way the mornings work and everything, I wish I did.
He was. Yeah, I don't even know. Like I said, I was very privileged to be there when he started his interview show thing. I was his fourth interview. Thought that was great. He's going to be missed. I reached out to Tom last night and said, "Wow, that is a heavy load to carry," because it's just out of the blue, man.
I didn't want to believe it. I saw Andy's message first, and I said no. When Michael Larber messages and goes, "It's true, dude," and I was like, I just can't.
It's Rob. Yeah, it's Rob.
And then of course I messaged Mike, and he was just getting on one of the late shows that yesterday night, and it went from I think I was up till after 1 o'clock in the morning. Usually, I'm asleep by 10:30. So the fact that I was up and ended up staying up, it's one of those crazy things.
Radioactive says, I have a package from Gil from 2 weeks ago. I haven't opened it yet.
Keep that, man. Keep it.
Hang on to it.
So nice. He was so good to everybody, and he was Andy. He was so kind, and he was. It didn't matter if you couldn't make it the last time. He was always there, like, hey, if you make this time, please pop in. And a couple of times I was able to, and I'm just glad that I got to do that a couple of times. I wish I could have done more. I
wish I could have stuck around more when I did show up to some of those, long streams, but he was a machine. I couldn't believe he was doing what he did. Dearest, we're talking about Cardinal Sin, otherwise known as Gil Babel, somebody that we knew for a long time. Very kind person. Even if you didn't agree with him politically, he's very much like RMB. He as long as you park your shuttlecraft in the same bay, he was, he still had love for all the things that we all love. Star Trek.
And we couldn't have streamed differently. I'm very chaotic. Culture knows this. I'll just throw a million things into the pot and see what happens. Culture was Cardinal Sin was very structured.
Yeah.
He had he was like, this is what we're going to do, and this is when we're going to do it, and this is who's going to be on here. And we had completely different styles, but I love to stream with him.
Even on his interview streams, it was very structured. He would be like, okay, we're going to talk about this. Okay. All right. I have a little bit of structure at the beginning of this one, but it usually leaves the rails right after the first 3 questions. So, but yeah, he did amazing stuff. I really enjoyed his prisoner streams. Yeah. His reaction to the action figure was priceless. Yeah, I think I came across that show not that long ago. So, because I was thumbing through last night and this morning, it's like, well, how far back was that I was being interviewed by him the first time? So it's like unbelievable. Anyway, all right. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. A little downer, but we'll get back into this. Real quick, Loki, the reason that all these shows, and we're talking about the talk shows and everything else, the reason that everything is kind of up in the air is because the strikes are still going. We've got dual strikes. First time we've had them in a long time. They've been going on forever. There was supposed to be a showrunner meeting that with the WGA leadership that was canceled because the guild's finally going to go back out and talk to the AMPTP. Maybe they'll figure stuff out. I only bring this story up to ask you a question about this strike. how much longer do you think these strikes will go on, or do you care?
Well, we've got VFX. They're going on strike. So your VFX teams, they're going on strike now. They're going on strike. You've got auto workers. All three, the big three auto workers are going on strike in Detroit. You've got actors on strike. You've got voice actors on strike. You've got VFX teams on strike. Unionizing. This is out of hand, and you have to ask yourself, why is this happening? Well, when you get a job for $20 an hour and it doesn't pay your bills, that is insane. You remember when you were a teenager, Culture? You're like, if I made $20 an hour, I'd be rich and have a mansion, have a Lamborghini, and I'd have a Ferrari in the garage. You could have whatever you want. I could eat McDonald's every night. It boggles the mind that we're at $20. People can make $20 an hour, and that's like low wage. That's low wages. That's insanity. That's absolute insanities. If they don't want to pay, and they want to keep on strike, by all means strike. But you know what? You are entertainment. And that's what it comes down to. They are entertainment. I'm much more worried about people building cars and the whole system shutting down than I'm worried about some actor that's made millions and millions and millions of dollars over the years that's got all their money tied up in this, that, or whatever, that has to sell something. Oh my Culture, I'm gonna have to sell my $5 million mansion to live for the next 10 years because we're going to be on strike.
Loki, you're heartless, Loki. Sorry, I had to go to the heartless cam. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't feel bad. I do not feel bad. I don't. You know what? I feel bad. I'll feel bad for the guy swinging a hammer in a set before I will feel bad for an actor that is on strike. The people that build sets, the people that actually have a 9-to-5 job, people like the people that were having to drive. I don't know if you remember the Rust thing. Do you remember that the crews that were working on that movie were having to spend 19-hour days? Why were they spending 19-hour days? Because they had to drive almost 2 hours to that ranch and 2 hours home.
Yep.
Why did they have to do that? Because that pencil Alec Baldwin wouldn't pay for their stay there at the ranch. They were promised that, but they weren't given that. And that's one of the things they were fighting for when they were told to leave, and then all that bad crap happened. They were told, you know what, go. We don't need you. We'll bring in some other help. They did that, and then a giant accident happened. If you're not going to, tragic accident, if you're not going to treat your people good, I'd be striking. So the normal everyday people that this is affecting, yes, I do feel bad for them. The actors that have millions of dollars and aren't waiting, no, let them sit there and suffer. Let them figure it out. Now California's going to bail them out. Did anybody hear about that? California's going to bail them out. They're going to pay them. They're going to pay them while they're on strike. California's going to try and get a bill through with Newsom.
They already have.
Yeah. So it's like, well, you didn't bail anybody out during the coup. Everybody lost their jobs. Some people lost their houses. People were jobless, homeless. But you're gonna bail out the movie stars. That's great. That's just great. Thanks.
You don't
big government.
You don't seem crazy excited about that.
No.
Well, fair enough.
They don't live in the same reality that everybody else is in. So, and there's some good people. I get it. There's some hardworking 9-to-5ers that live out there. And I don't want to see them go broke. I don't want to see them lose everything they have. But the rich people that run this crap, let them suffer. Let them lose some money. They've got enough. They can spare it.
Fair enough. Hey, Slender, are you guys doing your show later? Because wanted to be able to forward people to you, and I don't see it anywhere. But I think Loki, part of the reason that I called out Slender here is because he makes a great point. We're starting to see cracks in the strike, like people busting up, going back to work despite things, being scabs, crossing the line. stuff like that. Do you think it's a real possibility that the industry will have elements of collapse?
They'll break them. Look at how, and this is what's amazing. Look at how Iger treated his own people. It's kind of surprising, isn't it, that Disney of all people would be something like that.
It's not surprising to me, but yeah. Like some of my friends at Disney have told me some horror stories.
Not surprising to me either.
Yeah. Well, we got $2 from our good friend Pinochet's Helicopter Tours saying, do you see Hollywood ever being nationalized? Outside of times of actual war, I don't know how you would do it. And if you do that, we are good and truly over, because then it's no longer entertainment. It's propaganda. It's government approved bilk. I don't know. What do you think, Loki?
I think we're already into the propaganda.
Well, we have propaganda. I agree, but it's not officially codified by the government as of yet.
Well, I mean, if they're paying the bills, and they're paying for movies, we brought up Rust. Rust was completely paid for by government money. That was OG money. They didn't pay for any of that. That's why they're so tight. That's why Alec held the reins so tight, because that was government money. So they didn't have to pay. They got tax rebates and grants and all kinds of stuff to make that movie. Why pay for it when you just have the government pay for it for you?
Yeah, it's starting to become an issue, isn't it?
I agree with Davina too.
Yeah,
Miss Duckworth there makes a great point.
Yeah, Davina is rocking it. Davina usually is rocking it in the streams. But yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. Narcissism. I mean, we can definitely key off of that, because I mean, I think that's what gets a lot of people in trouble: greed, narcissism, self-involvement. The same thing that drives what do you call it? YouTube drama.
Oh, bro. You know what? Money, power. Sorry about my phone.
No, it's fine, dude.
It should have been off. Money, power, clout. And you got it. You got it right there. Money, power, clout.
Yeah.
The three hallmarks of a great YouTube channel. Money, power, clout.
Yeah, I wish I had all of those. What I do have, I have great supporters. We got Morb357 saying, howdy. Check out Mercenary Guild coming out next year from Shattermare Comics. Hey, CC. Hey, Mord. Thanks for promoting the books, man. I love that. But no, let's talk to that. Let's talk about this a bit. Let's talk about where those activities, the narcissism, the greed, all that will end you up in, the trouble you can find yourself in, like where Jonathan Majors finds himself.
Isn't this amazing? That how back and forth this whole thing with him has been. First, it was like, I'm going to prove my innocence. And then they were like, you can't prove your innocence. And he was like, I've got video. And then we're like, we're going to drop the charges. And then they didn't drop the charges. So I haven't looked at this in a while. So my interest is piqued, Culture.
Well, apparently his next hearing is in October. So after multiple delays, his misdemeanor assault case, it's not, but okay, has its next key hearing date in October 25th in New York. Judge Michael, this is a different judge, Gaffey, decided on the October 25th date after a hearing from Priya Chaudhry, that's his attorney, and Seth Zuckerman. On September 12th, Major's team had filed a motion to dismiss the case, which the DA's office must respond to by October 6th. The defense then must reply by the 13th. The judge confirmed that Majors can appear virtually at the next hearing, but he must be in person once the trial begins. So it sounds like even the judge knows that these motions are nothing more than formalities, delay tactics. So it doesn't look good. And of course, this all stems from his arrest in March 25th. His former partner, Grace Jabari, accused him of assaulting her while they were traveling in a taxi back to his Manhattan apartment. Majors was arrested and later released the same day. He has denied the allegations. Priya Chaudhry, his attorney, says it's a witch hunt saturated with explicit, and I just went too far, explicit and implicit bias. Interesting.
Well, they see, this is the big thing about New York, right? Even if she dropped the charges, even if she said, no, my baby didn't do it, they still will take his ass to trial. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether she's on board, whether she's a liar. None of that matters. Once they got him in New York, they can pretty much try him for whatever the hell they want to.
Right. And no, Logic's fine. You're perfectly fine. You're not being over the line here. A lot of writers aren't creators. I agree. They're activists. I think Loki and I would both agree with that statement. And I didn't for a minute think that you were being controversial at all. So very good.
Anything, I think I was a little bit.
Oh yeah, Loki stands closer to the controversy door than anybody. But I think that Majors put himself in a very bad situation. I think that maybe the allegations are inaccurate, but he still put himself in a bad situation, and he finds himself in a situation where his career could be compromised. So
yeah, and he could be absent. Guys, she could have hit him. She could have hit him and slapped him, been clawing at him, done all kinds of horrible things like they've said she did, and it won't matter to them because he's a guy and she's a woman. That's a big no-no nowadays. You don't defend yourself. When you get told by a police officer, you do not defend yourself. No matter what a woman is coming at you and trying to do not defend yourself. That's when you know something is broken. The system's broken.
Exactly. Hey, Spartan Flash Sentry's in the house. Good to see you, my friend.
What's up, brother?
All right, Weatherman, please take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest.
Make sure you wash your hands.
That's right. Hey, the Peter Venkman fan psych rolled through. Thank you for that. Great to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well.
What's up, Peter?
You guys are awesome. What if she had a knife or something? Well, try to get stabbed in like places that don't have big veins.
I'll tell you. I can tell you exactly what happened. What would happen? This is in Texas, mind you.
Find a towel. I mean, ultimately, I think you're going to bleed. That's what. I'm not sure that's super happy, but that's.
If a woman comes at you, let's say a woman comes at you, a butcher knife in Texas. I know this much anyway, and you put her on the ground, and I'm not talking about hitting her. Oh. I'm talking about like grabbing her wrist and hip throwing her over onto her back like a hip toss. To where you can hold her arm down and get the knife out of her hand, you will go to jail. You will go to jail for that in the state of Texas because any kind of domestic, the man immediately goes to jail. The woman does not. They will not arrest a woman and take her to jail for domestic in any way, shape, or form. You pretty much got to let her kill you if you want something bad to happen to her.
Well, Slender, I have a question for you. Are you guys going live today or no? I need to know because I know where to redirect people, and we're going to be wrapping up pretty quick. So, we're constantly fighting something that I think is the most important thing, Loki, and I think you probably agree with me, and a lot of people do. It's one of the reasons why we work very diligently at expressing truth and getting to the heart of stories and understanding the difference between narrative and facts. It's one of the reasons why I do work with Midnight's Edge. It's one of the reasons I do work with That Park Place and WDW Pro and all the other people that I work with. I'm in pursuit of the truth. I want accurate information. I think you're probably the same.
I am very much so.
I know that. I was, that's make an internet segue conversation.
And I'm sitting here agreeing with it.
Thanks. Yes. Yeah. No, but honestly, the thing that bothers me is when we ventured too far away from the truth. Now, if you're telling a story, I'm sure it's massaged. I'm sure when you walk into a room, your fish gets longer, it gets heavier. It tests the line on your fishing pole. Okay, a little theatrical license, maybe. But when you are on stage in front of people and you're relating stories, people are expecting those to be accurate. There's a comedian out there. His name is Hassan Minhaj. He's been defending emotional truth of stand-up after claims some material was embellished. It's not claims. He makes stuff up. A New Yorker article, what they would call a profile piece, finds seemingly untrue details and anecdotes told as part of his regular comedy routine. All my stand-up stories are based on events that happened to me, he says. But I use the tools of stand-up comedy, hyperbole, changing names and locations and compressing timelines to tell entertaining stories. Depends on how far you stretch things, right?
Right.
I mean, would you allow for a little embellishment in a story?
Sure. I mean, you get that all the time, and some people do it and they don't even realize you're doing it. So
That's true.
sometimes you've told a story for years. There's a story about me having a party at my parents' house when I was 16 years old and they were on vacation. I tell people there was a Zulu war tribe dance going on in the living room when my parents got home. It was there really a Zulu war tribe dance in the living room? No, but it was a whole bunch of heathens listening to Metallica music. So I embellished a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
fair enough, but it was you were using it for purposes of description.
Yes.
Whereas Hassan Minaj says, according to the New Yorker, they found that it didn't necessarily play out the way he presented them, including jokes involving one of his children and their possible exposure to anthrax. Should you actually joke about that?
I wouldn't.
Well, he does. And he says also another misstatement, I guess, is the alleged interaction with the police and an FBI informant at his family's mosque when he was a teen. So those stories aren't true.
Yeah, he just made him up. He's a comedian, yes?
Yeah.
I don't know why he would claim all of this is true. Then
Right.
I mean,
he says this: all my stand-up stories are based on events that happened to me. Okay, he's yes, I was rejected from going to prom because of my race. Yes, a letter with powder was sent to my apartment that almost harmed my daughter. Okay. Yes, I had an interaction with law enforcement during the war on terror. In other words, every single thing he takes a grain of truth and blown it all out of proportion in a very strange hustle. So where do we draw the line between truth and embellishment?
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Fair enough.
I mean, if obviously there's a large layer of BS with all of this. So, but he's a comedian. If he wants to, you ever listen to someone describe what really goes on behind the scenes in wrestling? How you have kayfabes and you have heels and you have baby faces and you have all of that. Well, you know what? Some comedians they kind of look at it like that. Oh, well, yeah, I'm going out there and I'm telling this story. And yes, this might be true and that might be true, but the rest of it's all embellished and exaggerated. Who knows? Maybe some guy came to his door and was sniffing some BC powder and excellent. He got it on his front door and he opened it up and he made the whole letter with white powder and it shit up. You never know. Maybe he dumped a package of BC powder on his hand and was like, oh, look, anthrax.
Yeah.
So
those kinds of things annoy me. I think you know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Me and you are see the same on that. If we're going to report on something and we're going to seriously discuss something, we're not just going to make shit up and pull stuff out of our rear ends. I can't stand that. It's one of the reasons why I don't do rumors.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I just want to jump in before Space Dave leaves. Good to see you, Space Dave. Have a great time seeing Equalizer 3. I hope you two enjoy it.
Denzel, man. Heck yeah.
He was so good in that. Yeah, don't believe everything you hear and only half of what you read. I only believe 1% of what I read nowadays, to be fair. Unless I know the person that wrote it. Or I'm the person writing it. It's bad.
Do you remember when they used to be a little sly about it in the newspaper and on TV? They'd be a little sly about it. Every once in a while, they'd throw something in there and it'd be like at an angle to where you could be like, oh, wow, they're really trying to frame that like this is the bad guy. Now they just it doesn't matter. They can say whatever they want to. They can throw whatever they want to out there. They can make you look like a ist and oh, but Yahtzee. It doesn't matter. They don't care.
Yeah. But no, I think, and Vic's right. I mean, that's why I put it up here. That's a great comment and all that. But Oh, all right, Loki. Well, that was fun. Thanks for getting through some topics with me. I appreciate it. Now we're at the very most important part of the show. Loki, plug yourself.
Oh no! I pulled a Mexican Iron Man. Guys, I do a morning show Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time called Loki's Mornings of Mischief. We get into all kinds of crazy topics. Love getting what I get to do. The chat is what keeps me coming back every single day. And that's pretty much what we do. We kick a little ass, we take a little names, we burn some stuff down, we say a lot of skulls. We love Viking stuff, and we try and have some fun and make your morning a little bit brighter. That's a big plug. That's right. That's what she said to Mexican Iron Man.
There you go. Wow. Okay. Thanks for being here, Loki. And to the great audience that's here, you will be automatically redirected to some hilarity if you just stick around a few moments and stick it through the credits, of course. I will remind everybody we have a member stream tomorrow. If you are a new channel member or a member forever, you have an opportunity to join us tomorrow morning on the member stream. Do check the community tab so that you can join. The join information will also be there. We also have a high roller stream on Sunday, also in the morning. So do check that out as well. And you guys are truly amazing. Check out some Ascendant art. And there is no late show tonight, according to Loki. So maybe Tom and CC Karaoke will go and sing somewhere. Sing a song. Anything else you want to say, Loki, on the way out the door?
Dream a little dream, a dream. Go listen to CC and Tom sing karaoke tonight, guys, and have fun. Have a fun Friday.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Have a fun Friday. Go out and have some fun. Kiss your significant other. Don't get a sandal thrown at you by culture.
No. Sandals are no fun. Sandals are no fun. I'm waiting
for you to say that again.
I don't have that clip. I don't have that clip back here, but yeah. Anyway, thanks, Loki. You were amazing. Thanks to all of you in the chat. I love you guys. Thanks for the wonderful support with the super chats and the membership gifts and everything else. We will see you all next weekend, and have a great week.
Be seated at this time. We're landing in about 1 minute. Thank you.
Do you have style and flair? A bit of savoir-faire? Well, you're in luck. For just a few bucks, it's not out of reach. Time to get back to the beach. That's right. Beach Punk is now available for a limited time exclusively from Mixed Tees. The Make America Beach Again line is top-notch, top quality, and all about answering that question, are you beach enough? I know I'm Knuff. Are you? Be prepared for your very own beach off. We've got towels. We've got t-shirts. We've got muscle tanks too. And if you're cold-blooded, we also have hoodies. Not to mention mouse pads and so much more. Check out the ever-expanding line of beach punk gear available at Mixed Tees. Your home for YouTube-exclusive clothing from your favorite creators. From the minds of Dick's Division comes Beach Punk. Are you Knuff?